Speaking of coaching, let's get it. Let's get into it. That's the last thing on our rundown tonight is the coaching search. And it's funny that you bring up DJ Durkin because today I heard that his name has kind of surfaced as now. I wouldn't say the leader, but it's kind of he's gotten more pushed to be the guy. All accounts, we will know who our coach will be on Sunday, according to multiple sources. They will announce who or John Cohen will announce who the coach will be this Sunday after the Iron Bowl. Sources are saying right now that the deal is already done for John Summerall. Now, with that said, anything could happen in the next few hours, in the next few days. But it's right now said that John Summerall has the job, has a staff somewhat in place, and the announcement is just a matter of days. Tony, do you think anything could change? I mean, we seen this happen before. Originally, they were saying when we before we got Freeze that Kiffin had the job and Kiffin bagged out at the last minute. Could this very well be the same scenario that we saw with Kiffin and either Durkin or somebody that we don't know end up getting this job, or is this is Summerall's job to turn down?
I'm gonna be honest. I think it's a two-horse race. Um, from everything that I've heard, read, seen, a lot of people are leading, and a lot of arrows are pointing to John Summerall. I'm not the biggest Summerall guy, but I think the way he runs his programs and the success he's had at Troy and now at Tulane, very interesting. Very interesting. His style, his demeanor, it fits Auburn. I'll give him that. Like I've always questioned, it's the recruiting portion of the job for me is where I have questions about John Summerall. But with that being said, I always, I pretty much support anybody we hire. You know what I'm saying? I was positive and upbeat about Harson until I wasn't. I was
Hugh was
on
your
top of the
guy.
I was on
Hugh,
top of the moon by Hugh Freeze
Hugh was your guy.
until I wasn't. And I'd be on board with. I mean, I'm gonna be upset if Summerall's the guy. To be honest with you, I just don't know, but I'm gonna rock with it. But DJ Durkin, from the very first time I heard that man speak before the Vanderbilt game, I said, "Whew, that sounds like my head coach right there." Very first time I heard him speak, sounded like the head coach at Auburn. Sounded like the head coach for Auburn. After the Vanderbilt game, sounded like the head coach for Auburn. The bye week, going into the Mercer game, sounded like the head coach that we need. And Wednesday, before the Iron Bowl, I'm still on the DJ Durkin train. If that man beats these boys on Saturday,
I still don't know if he gonna get the job, even if he does beat him.
he beats them boys on Saturday, and you see the way them boys line up and fight for DJ Durkin, and then you hear DJ Durkin talk that talk after the game, man, we be making a huge mistake if we don't retain DJ Durkin as the head coach.
I don't know,
I'm gonna be
man.
honest with
I'm gonna say
you.
this.
I'm gonna say this though, and this just me. I just man, the way those kids have responded these last 3 weeks since Durkin and those boys have been together as collective staff. I just don't see how you move on from.
I'm gonna say this. You make a good point about Durkin. I just don't know, and I'm gonna keep saying I just don't know. Is he's Cohen's guy? I think Cohen is trying to find his his permanent guy to kind of be his signature hire. He
He
thought that
did it
was Hugh.
already. That was Hugh Freeze was.
Yeah, he thought that was Hugh Freeze, and it wasn't. So I think he's more kind of cautious. Is this was like we were in a different situation and it was Hugh Freeze was good and he left and then Durkin slid in. This we just made the transition and it was Durkin. And I think he would be a little bit more comfortable, but with the situation with the he gotta get this right. And then also another factor to this that somebody brought up, even with the basketball situation, from what I'm hearing, John Cohen wasn't referred to maybe go after have a coaching search and having Stephen Pearl get the job. He was kind of this, Bruce Pearl just kind of slid him in there. Um, so I think he's trying to find that guy, and he's sticking to John Cohen. I mean, not John Cohen, but John Summerall's guy. I've been on the John Summerall train the whole time. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like John Summerall. I think that's how he's been coaching at Troy and Tulane. His
That's why you
system.
like it.
I think he'll be the right fit for Auburn. Um, you mentioned recruiting. I honestly don't think recruiting gonna be a problem, and this is why. I think when you put all the resources behind who your guy is, I don't necessarily think it's gonna be an issue. I think with Harsin, the reason why he had so much trouble recruiting was they didn't put the resource behind him, and then Harsin was trying to kind of go against the grain with recruiting, not get top guys, get his guys, which you really can't do in the SEC. Like that's kind of like a Midwest, West Coast kind of thing. You really can't do that in the SEC. So I think that's kind of where it left out. Now Hugh Freeze was different. Hugh Freeze was a recruiter, but I don't think really recruiting is going to be an issue because they're going to he's truly the guy. It's him or Durkin is the guy. They're going to give them all the resources to be able to recruit. So I don't really think that's going to
Man,
be an issue.
having resources is one thing. Having guys that can recruit is another thing.
That's what I'm saying. They're going to give them guys. They're going to put guys in place to help them recruit.
Nah, man, that man gonna pick. That man, John Coyne, them ain't finna put. Not they're not picking his staff. That he got to pick his own staff. And the staff that he gonna bring in, just like when Harsin brought in the guys that he brought in to do whatever he'd like to do, that's the same thing Summerall gonna do. Summerall gonna dance with who brought him here, and that's gonna be the motherfucker he had at Troy and the same folks he got over there at Tulane. And I ain't seen the superstar that he had at Troy. I ain't seen the superstar that he had at Tulane yet.
But that's also Troy and Tulane, Tony.
If you can recruit, you can get them there.
It's also Troy and Tulane. It's,
If
I
you can
mean,
recruit, if you can recruit, you can get them.
I don't know, man.
Somebody's supposed to fall through the cracks to you some kind of way. If you can recruit, I'm taking that. Look at what is that? Sacramento State. Man, them boy got like a top 10 recruit class, man.
Sacramento State?
Man, I'm telling you.
Yeah, man. I
Come
don't
on,
know.
trying to tell you. Man, look at him. Like I said, man,
I don't think
I
they're
ain't
gonna. I don't think they're gonna pick his staff, but I think they're gonna. Is he? Let's just say that he wants to go. All right, hypothetical. Let's just say he goes out and he wants to bring in somebody like a DJ Durkin, or he returns DJ Durkin. That's what I'm saying is they're gonna
that ain't
allow
gonna
him
happen.
to have.
That ain't gonna happen.
You don't think they gonna? You don't think he ain't gonna keep DJ Durkin?
Summerall is a defensive coach that's
That
younger
ain't. That ain't what I'm
than
hearing.
DJ Durkin.
That ain't what I'm hearing.
Summerall is a defensive coach, right or wrong.
Yeah, he a defensive coach.
Tell me at the time that you remember a defensive coach, a defensive guy bringing in another highly touted defensive coordinator that's already established, former head coach, to be his DC when he already a DC. See that their philosophies might not even match. You know what I'm saying? Summerall might like to do this, DJ like to do that. If he the head coach, he gonna want you to do things his way.
I
DJ
get
gonna
that.
want to do what works for him.
I get that.
That ain't gonna be no. I don't see that being a match
That ain't what
made
I'm
in heaven.
hearing. I'm hearing he could. I'm hearing if Summerall get the job, he very well could. DJ Durkin very well could be still be on staff.
I
Nah,
mean, that'll
I
be a
get your
saving
point.
grace.
I get
But
your point. Cause I
if
said
you're
the
gonna
same.
do that,
I
if you're
said
gonna
the
do that,
same thing.
if you're gonna do that, you might as well just leave DJ Durkin where he is and keep the staff that you already got and just roll with what you gonna do.
I said something similar. I said, and this is what I fear, Tony. If that happens, then it's almost like okay, you hired Summerall, but you kind of picking his staff. Cause
That's what I'm
I
saying.
was like, that's kind of is that's the case, then it's like okay, he really ain't in control. So
Exactly,
that's
exactly.
and I keep hearing that. So I'm kind of like I don't know if that's gonna work. Cause
And
you
it ain't
want
what,
to
but that
yeah,
ain't how you want to start out
that's not how
you
you
know
want
what
to
I'm saying?
start off.
And then like everybody gonna go back to, oh well, Yellowwood must be still pulling the string. You're telling the man what to do with his staff and not
Yeah.
letting him just do what he bring in and who he wants and run this thing how he wants, how he sees, gonna be in trouble.
Well, we'll know something on Sunday.
We'll
Hopefully,
know something about Sunday.
we'll know something Sunday.